you got to look at one word, and that one word is regret. I don't know anybody that regrets having kids. Pat, I ask all my friends. I ask the same question to guy friends, girlfriends. I say, give me the good, the bad, the ugly of getting married, having kids. Give it to me. I want to know. I'm doing my due diligence because I'm convinced that, yeah, I want to duplicate myself. The world needs more Sosnicks out there, Pat, just like they need more Bette Davids. But I don't ever hear anybody regret saying, yeah, this kid over here, Scotty Jr., send him back. I don't hear a lot of that. The funniest thing was the guy goes, what I love about my wife, the good, she's always there. She's always there. The bad, she's always there, which is hilarious. But I think when you've reached a certain point in life, like where I'm at right now, I partied, you know that. I've been around celebrities, how many yacht parties have I been to? The one thing I haven't done is have a family. And I've had some challenges in the dating department. I was engaged, briefly. And then the other girl that I thought I was going to marry ended up getting cancer. And then my dad died. And I came to you a month after my dad died, depressed. And that was in November of 2019, because that's when Now Boat always is. And when, that's when we re-engaged and talking about, what would it look like in Valuetainment, right? Because I was looking for a community, bigger sense. I think a lot of people are out there, the selfie culture. People are selfish. Selfie, and I'm like, oh, you should be selfish, but to an extent, right? Selfish is like get yourself the best version of yourself, but you should always be looking for a community, a tribe, a family. So to me, the Bill Maher, I look at this, nah, that ain't for me. The Mike Rowe, we had Mike Rowe on. Mike Rowe is kind of like a conservative Bill Maher, jobs, dirty jobs, but
best way to define them.
Kids wasn't for him.
Yeah.
I remember that was 2 years ago. I said, that ain't for me. I've been very critical of Chelsea Handler because she can do whatever she wants with her life. But how many stories do we hear about feminism was a lie? And my biggest regret, I'm 54 years old and I was married. I never was married, no kids, and now I can't. And it's about regret. Now, the difference between a man is it's not too late to choose to reverse your regret, right? Whereas a woman, it's kind of hard to, Chelsea Handler, I don't know, maybe you can adopt a kid, but, you talked about in sales, the SLS, you do duplication. It's all about duplicating yourself. I don't know how, if you just married Jen and that was it, you never had Tico or Dylan or Senna or Brooklyn. Could you imagine? And I can't imagine not like having that life. So there's the selfish community out there that, when I interviewed the guy the other day when he came in and he said, you know what you got to do, buddy? You got to stop being the mayor of Pleasure Mountain and you got to go be the mayor of Joyville. Because that to me that's a pleasure life. It's a selfish life. Sex, drugs, rock and roll. But let me tell you something. In my experience, once you do the sex, drugs, rock and roll, it's always, all right, what's next? The Joyville, I'll never forget, I invited you to that live golf thing. It was a cool experience. You go, yeah, I have Dylan's soccer game. I said, this guy on a Sunday has the opportunity to do something pretty cool. It was at Trump Doral. And he said, no, I'm going to go hang out with dad. I said, damn. And the guys that I was with, they're like, dude, PBD's a really good dad. You could just tell. I was like, he really is. So thank you for convincing me not to be like Bill Maher and be like PBD.
Well, you were on track
So
to be that. No, absolutely. And again, it's good that you're coming to this decision on your own.
Yeah.
Because what a lot of people don't understand is, your relationship with your father has had influence on this. And I'm actually curious and so looking forward to seeing what kind of a dad you're going to be when you have a son and a daughter. I'm convinced you're going to have a daughter. I think it doesn't make sense if he doesn't have a daughter. But either way, I'm looking forward to it.
I put it this way. Knowing me, if I do have a daughter, I'll be very happy. but I'll keep trying for that song. We're gonna keep going. But thank you for solidifying what I want in life. I mean, I don't know what's coming out of my eyes right now, Pat. It's not. I think it was eye drops.
Man.
But let me see if I can return the favor. The relationship with your dad, with your mom. I've had a very rocky relationship with my dad. He passed away. Abusive, angry, but likable. Like if you met him, you'd be like, this guy's amazing. He's hilarious. It's kind of like my personality, engaging, but that switch, when it would go off, oh, it was ugly. Real ugly. But I have a very lovely relationship with my mom. My mom's very just like a very loving person, right? Your hero is your dad, right? And I love Gabriel. Like, what a wise man. But I've never met your mom. One time we were in L.A. It's the first time we went out there with Tigran, where, one of us was driving 165 miles per hour. I won't say who it was.
You drove that fast.
But it wasn't me.
I would never do that. But
and, at one point we dropped you off somewhere, and then me and Tico went somewhere, and I said, where's Pat going? And he goes, oh, he's going to go see his mom. I said, oh, damn. So you said you don't talk to anybody in your family other than your dad, your mom, and Paulette. I know Paulette. She's my biggest fan. We all know that. She loves watching the podcast. She loves all my views. I love Paulette. And Sia, great guy. And I love your dad. I don't know your mom. You rarely talk about her. Your dad lives with you now. I remember when you were negotiating. You're moving.
Yeah.
Once you come here, you're not.
Yeah.
What's your relationship like with your mom? What's going on there?
My mom is the last piece that's going to be moving to Florida, and you're probably going to see her be here in the next 60 days. I'm about to get her a place, and she'll be down here. No, you also got to realize it's the difference between my dad and my mom is none of my dad's friends lived in Granada Hills. My dad is super independent. My mom, Glendale, is Armenia town. Mm-hmm. All her friends are over there. But she's now at an age where, just like my dad didn't move till he was 79 years old. Yeah. And he's like, listen, man, I'm kind of gamer. What do you want me to do? I said, well, you got to come and live here now. I'm not flying you out from LA to here anymore. He says, okay, that makes sense. My mom's now 79 years old. So she's no longer, like the other day we were in LA and we took her to Rafi's place and we're having lunch. Vinny was there. And we had lunch with my mom. And getting into the car and out of the car, her niece had a hard time. Listen, you can't do that anymore. Now you got to come out and figure out a way to be here. We had the conversation. She's finally willing, and we're willing as well. And she'll come out here. But the challenge is those two cannot be in the same room together.
Still to this day.
Oh, no way. No, they can't be in the same room.
They're one of the few stories I've ever heard where they were married to each other, the same person, twice.
And divorced each other twice.
And they just can't.
No. It's a very, look, when I was getting married, they both called me and they said, so we haven't gotten the invitation yet. I said, because you're not invited. Have you heard this story? Or
no.
I said, you're not invited to the wedding. And they're like, what do you mean we're not invited?
Your mom and your dad.
I said, you think I'm going to have you guys see each other for the first time from 1989, July 15th, to June 26, 2009, in 20 years at my wedding? You are crazy. I said, do you want to come to the wedding? Yes. Then you guys have to have dinner together first.
Wow.
And no, I'd never do that. Then no problem. Don't worry about the wedding. I'll send you pictures. Because you're not going to mess up the wedding. It's not going to happen. So a week goes by. They both call me. Back to back. They're like, well, what do you want me to do? I'll meet with her. I'll meet with them. I said, okay, great.
Who was being more stubborn of the two?
Both of them are. Neither one of them. It's not like I can do one or the other.
Papa, come on, Papa.
So eventually they come, and it's at our apartment at the Summit in Woodland Hills. And it is so awkward. And I tell them, I said, listen, neither one of you guys can come to the wedding if you guys can't talk to each other today. If you can't, we're good. So me and Jen, I said, we're going to leave. You guys got to talk. So I walk outside. maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes, I'm walking outside. I hear my dad screaming, "We're done. We're done. You can come back in. We're good."
We're good.
So I come back in and I said, "You good?" "Yeah." I said, "I swear to God, if you guys fight, it's just never going to happen again." "No, we're not going to fight." "No problem." And then we had the wedding. And one of the funniest, if you ever come to the house, next time you come in, look at the wedding photo and look at the picture where my mom and my dad are in it. Then look at my face, how I'm smiling.
I mean, I've seen all the photos.
Yeah,
I haven't seen this photo.
Well, pay attention to it. You'll see I have the biggest smile on my face simply because I know their looks. I'm looking at both of them. They look miserable in this picture. But you have to take this, this wedding picture. And yeah. No, look, my life it has been so chaotic. And as an entrepreneur, there's a part of me that loves it. I can't live a life without craziness, going, building, fight. You need it, right? But not in my house. In my house, I'm not doing that. I want my house to have peace. As a kid, we never had it. They always fought, and I want it to be peaceful. So the only people that can come and be around the house are people that are going to be part of the peace community. If you're not, you guys can fight elsewhere, not in the house. And that means if you're family, if you're blood, that's not qualified for only people that are blood or friend or this. No, anybody. Peace is very important. And I think the family's at a phase right now where they're able to understand that. And I've put myself in a position where I can drive some of those values and principles to be accepted. And if it's not accepted, I'm okay. But it's on the family's terms. It's no longer, where we have to accept everyone's madness and fights. Not going to happen. Not in this culture.
They say let's have some peace in the Middle East. So
yeah.
That's good. So there's a chance that in the next, 60, 90 days, your mom will be here.
Oh, yeah. And she's been here.
Okay.
So when she's been here, I don't know if you saw her when she was
never.
here. She's been here. Yeah, she's been here. And, we even had not a wedding, but we had a gathering, like a barbecue or something, like 100 people were at the house and they were talking to my mom and she was there. And this was a few months ago. But no. She also doesn't want to travel. The other day we're flying back from LA. I'm like, do you want to come on the jet and we just go back to Florida and I'll fly you back? No, I don't want to travel. I'm like, okay. If I travel, it's just because I'm traveling because I'm going to be staying there. I don't want to keep traveling back and forth. I'm like, okay, sounds good. So, no, she has never been as active as my dad was. My dad is super active. She's not. Yeah. She is the one that wants to be, to herself, but she'll be coming down, she'll be within a half a mile away from us.
Well, I'm excited to meet her. Are you coming to the Vault? Oh, what's the Vault? You know about the Vault? The Vault is the ultimate event for entrepreneurs to level up their game and learn from the best in the game. Last year, we had Tom Brady and Mike Tyson, and I said to our CEO, Patrick Bet-David, I said, how are we going to top that? He said, how we're going to top that? How about The Rock? So this year, Patrick Bet-David went out and got Dwayne The Rock Johnson. So he's going to be there along with PBD, the Biz Doc, and me. Yeah, if you want to join us at the Vault Conference, check out thevaultconference.com. It's going down in West Palm Beach, September 4th through 7th. If you want to make more money, improve your business, and expand your network, you have to be at the Vault. We'll see you there. Oh, you like that? Well, if you want to see more of that, check out this clip right here. And if you want even more, check out this clip right here, only on the SOSCAST.